We got the Connetquot Sayville T-Birds. We got the Northport Huntington Tigers here at the rinks in Hauppauge. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Travis Quigley, as well as Paul Trentini on the camera as always, Sam Musnick and Gabe Takuri, and our main man on the board right now, we got Magnus Healy making his debut on the board, punching in all of those numbers. Not in his debut, of course, is Travis Quigley. He's been around the block once or twice. Travis, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic tonight, Kev. It's been a great first opening week here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Had our first night, opening night on Monday. Just had our first freshman matchup that I got to call so far this season. Just got that done. KPC picking up the win, and now excited to see the T-Birds and the Tigers here in the Varsity division for the first time this season.
Absolutely, and with about a minute left in this pregame, we want to give a quick shout out and happy birthday to Miss Sherwood, the mother of number 34, Kevin Sherwood of the Northport Huntington Tigers. So on behalf of everyone here at the LI Sports Network, happy birthday. We weren't given any more information than that. So yeah, happy whatever age you're turning. Matchup on our hands right now, as Travis said, first game for both of these sides. And Travis, I said this yesterday in the game that I did play-by-play for. These two teams last year were in the thick of that playoff race, really trying to establish themselves towards the upper echelon of the league, and ultimately never really breaking away there. So for the T-Birds and for the Tigers, it's going to be important for them in these early games to establish themselves, to give themselves a new look. And I think that's the most important storyline of this game.
Yeah, and you know, I'm looking at a couple of last year's All-Stars to make a big difference here on opening night. Specifically for the T-Birds, I'm looking at Logan Booth. He had a big year last year for Connetquot Sayville, and I'm sure he's going to be looking to come back this season and pick up where he left off. Also look out for Gavin Bicel on Connetquot Sayville. He's going to be looking to have a strong varsity campaign this year. For the Tigers, got to keep our eye out. You know who I'm going to bring up, number 40, JT Caruso, absolute stud. He had a phenomenal season last year, showing off the mitts, great shot, great vision. He's going to be looking to be at the top of the point leaderboard in the varsity division in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. I'm almost certain of that. So definitely keep your eye out for JT Caruso tonight and throughout this season. And the other player to watch out for on the back end for the Northport Huntington Tigers is Joey Bonacore. Joey Bonacore is a full sheet kind of player, Kev. He's going to do it the full 200 feet north and south, up and down, responsible defensively, but can also jump up in the play, pinch in, and will add a goal or two.
All right, well, the Josephs for Northport are the main men. Got to look at our goaltending duel today as we have the official starter for the T-Birds. That's going to be Riley Hanley, number 45 getting the start in net, and obviously number 32, Rudloff, getting the start for the Tigers. He's their only roster goalie, so he's going to have to be exceptional because there's no plug to pull. He's it, Travis. He's the guy.
So Mason Dorian first. We're going to see of him in the varsity division this season. Oh, pardon me, that's Riley Hanley in the cage. So I did not hear you say that.
All good.
That's my apologies, Kevin. I did not hear you say Riley Hanley. So yeah, first we're going to see if Riley Hanley in the varsity.
It is the first game. That is true regardless.
Did not play in the varsity division last year. So first we're going to see of him, his first career varsity start. Bowden Rudloff, he did play in the varsity last season, and he had a very good season, and I'm sure he's going to be looking to build off that.
Well, Travis, you were on the money with some of these players to look out for because it was Caruso and Booth on that opening draw, and it's going to be the Tigers taking the puck first. Instantly gets clamped up on this near side before they reverse it back to their own zone. Spardell gets his first touch, playing it up the sheet into the right wing corner. Another man that I got to say a lot of last year, Joshua King, playing it ahead for the T-Birds. They have their first strike, and the shot wide left of the goal. Wagner was coming in for the rebound, but overskated it just a hair. Wagner now making up for that effort. collecting the puck around the board, cycling it down low. Manor taking away for the Tigers, and things settle down on the ice with 45 seconds gone by. Tigers back into the zone. Manor pulling up on the boards, plays it back out into the neutral. I believe that's Justin Morrissey, number 16. Travis, am I correct in assuming that, because there's no other 16 on the roster sheet?
I'll get the confirmation for you in just a moment here, Kevin. Absolutely.
I believe that is Justin Morrissey, number 16. So
I think you're right, but again, I will get the confirmation for you, sir.
Sounds good. Obviously, early season. Travis, what team were we doing yesterday where they had some tape on the back of their jerseys?
Ward Melville still waiting to get their jerseys in, so.
It's the early season going.
It happens.
It does happen.
We figured it out. We got the job done. They
As
got
we're
the job done as well.
Going to get a penalty already in the game. Not quite sure what that call was going to be. Getting it up now. Too many players on the ice. That's a killer right there. We saw a couple of too many men on the ice in our games yesterday, and, well, they were costly. So here are the Tigers going to work. Quick shot, rebound out in front, and the secondary try was fanned by Patrick Schmidt. Tigers do keep it in. A turnover could be generated down low. T-Birds with an opportunity, and they will play at the length. Good job by Villani to do so.
Jack alone serving the too many player on the ice penalty, Kev.
So obviously not exactly his fault, just sometimes you're the best penalty killer in the box for your team. Pass out in front, a couple of opportunities, comes to the high slot. The Tigers with another chance, and it's blocked out in front.
I don't think that Hanley saw that one.
Yeah, I don't think that ever got through, and if Hanley did somehow make a save, then wow. Caruso, he's got some speed and some open space over the blue line. Wrong range shot is going to go a little too high of the crossbar. Ends up in the left wing corner now. Sariano will get it cleared. 45 seconds left on the penalty now. Caruso comes back for it. Cutting across in front of his own net and evading a hit there.
And for him, it's all about pace.
Caruso, another shot goes bar down. Is that going to be a goal? Waved off by the referees. Stays 0-0. 12:20 to play in the first period. Some early dynamite action as Booth trying to catch up to Caruso. He's already past the blue line, loading up that cannon of his on the right hand. Drops it off, a shot on net will be saved. Hanley does get a piece of it. Puck wobbling on edge at the blue line, will be cycled. Penalty coming to a close here, and the T-Birds will kill it off. Now look to get some 5-on-5 offense generating. Jesse Ogborn out onto the ice. Supported down low by Bennett King. Back out to the neutral zone. Alex Borilski across. Northport looking to clear, almost hitting our referee Stewart on the near side of the ice. Travis, sometimes I don't know how these referees avoid all these pucks.
Got to be a good skater.
Ogborn, right circle, looking for some options. Her centering pass was picked off. Kreisman gives it off. Serino looking for a shot, didn't have a great angle on it. Ogborn takes back over, and Jesse tries to play it out. Poked off her stick. And Basil plays it ahead, but gives it away ultimately. Taking it, Caruso, and he'll twirl in his own zone. So confident with the puck.
Again, I use the word pace, and when I use pace, I don't always mean at full speed pace. I mean at his pace. JT Caruso wants to play the game at his pace, not anybody else's. He dictates the speed that we're going to play at.
Almost a breakaway there for the T-Birds. Travis, that's a great point, because I think pace changes, or acceleration as another word, is one of the most important skills for hockey players at any level to learn.
And I think no matter what level you watch, high school level, travel, juniors, college, NHL, the absolute best players know how to play at the highest of their abilities, not at full speed and at full speed. And that's what Caruso is able to do. As I said, he's able to slow the game down and make everyone play at the pace that he wants to play at. I mean, the number one player I can think of in the NHL ranks, Patrick Kane, was phenomenal at doing that before all the hip problems, at making everyone play at his speed.
Absolutely, and then you add a great pair of mitts onto that. We're going to have a breakaway generating right here, and it's Caruso, the mastermind, to play with it. Drags onto his backhand, looking for the centering feed, but just barely lost control of the puck down at the goal line. That's going to be one that he wants back, because he's going to try to crack this scoring sheet early.
That was a great defensive play by Josh King. Got the angle perfect there.
Gazzardo playing it ahead. Caruso with it again. His shot ramps off a stick, ends up behind the apron. Goes down to recollect. Instead, taking over is Joseph Villani. Can't clear his own zone. Some support from his teammates get it out. And once again, onto it is Caruso. Flipping backwards. A nice twirl on his own end. A stretch pass to no one in particular will go down the ice, and we'll get our first icing of the game. 9:06 remaining in the first period.
So back and forth here, Kev, through the first almost 6 minutes of this hockey game. Definitely Northport getting their offensive licks in. Now can Connetquot settle back in after that successful penalty kill and get some offense of their own?
One thing I do remember about this T-Birds team from last year is they were plucky on defense. They did not give up a lot, and I think Booth is going to try to exemplify that at the center position. Whenever he's on the ice, I think of him as a true two-way center.
Yeah, that combination last year of Booth and Logan Keel was definitely lethal. So definitely going to be tough for the T-Birds not having Keel this season. Yep. I'm sure Booth's ready to pick up that slack, but who else is going to jump up and climb into that echelon and replace those numbers?
The pass out in front was instantly shut down by Hanley. Keel, not that I can pick favorites, but now that he's gone, I can say he was a favorite player of mine to watch from last year.
And Logan, definitely one of the top players in the league last season. Another all-star in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Varsity Division. And like I said, not an easy player to replace, and I'm sure the T-Birds coaching staff going to be looking at a multitude of players to combine to help replace some of the numbers that Logan Keel was able to put up.
Absolutely, as here comes a 2-on-1 for the T-Birds. Taking it up is Ogborn. She'll shoot, and it goes just wide over to the right. Circles back up to the far point and does clear the blue line. Tigers maybe with a little bit of speed behind them. Shot and a glove save by Hanley. That gets a big eruption from the crowd here. The T-Bird, supporters in numbers right now. As we do get a replay of that. Get to see the flash of the leather right there. Face off over to the right of Hanley. Will be won by the T-Birds, and they wheel up ice. Some good speed for Ogborn. Takes a shot, pops up high. Deadens at the end boards. Caruso, once again, Johnny on the spot, and does find a pass to allow the Tigers to clear. Taking a little bit of extra time with it was Walter. Puts it to the far side, and this should get marked as an icing and will. A little bit of a mental error right there from the Tigers, as that one will go back to their own end.
So almost half this period gone, Kev. Still goose eggs on the scoreboard.
I don't expect that to remain that way for much longer.
No, we've definitely seen some offense from the Tigers. Again, T-Birds looking to get it going here. Hanley, a couple of tough tests so far, but he is answered on every occasion.
Booth into the dot, tying up sticks. No one with clean control just yet. Tigers change that as they whack it out of the zone. Slides ahead on a backhander. Villani will play it back towards the opposing blue line, but it pinballs all the way to Armaner. This is Paul Wagner with it now. Wagner overskates by a little bit, has some backup support from Bennett King, evades both of them and enters the neutral zone. 7:13 to play in the first period, so we are officially past that halfway point that Travis was talking about as King once again dumps it in. Goes down low. Rudloff will touch up, allowing his team to skate there first. Clearing opportunity shut down by Villani, looking for King, who is alone in the slot, but no shot will come from it. Gazzardo setting up the clear for the Tigers. They will push it ahead. Some contact along the far boards. No penalties determined by the referees, who always do such a good job here at the rinks. Wish I knew them as well as you, Travis.
Again, I've been playing here my entire life, so sometimes you make, in my
make a friend
case,
or two.
You make a friend or two, maybe an enemy or two, but now they're friends of mine.
I could not imagine an enemy. You never.
Maybe when I was playing.
I could imagine some people didn't like playing against you. Travis had some nice men's league clips that he showed me and the rest of the crew. He can chirp on ice a few times if he wants to.
It's the SHL. I was fortunate enough to be, our linesman dropping the puck right now, John Santos. I was actually fortunate enough to be coached by him in junior hockey back for a long time ago, but the New York Apple Corps out in Long Beach.
As everyone knows everyone in Long Island hockey. It's a real community over here, something I'm glad to be a part of as a Westchester native. Didn't really have that over there.
It's absolutely tight-knit and one big family. I mean, you saw all the support James Hagens was getting this summer from everybody on the Long Island community.
Absolutely. We are going to get another penalty. This is going to be the first power play opportunity for the T-Birds this year, as some more discussion, let's call it, between these players.
And this is a good chance right here for the T-Birds, Kevin, because as we've said a few times here, a lot of the offensive chances have gone the Tigers' way. Now this power play, a golden opportunity to take some momentum and take this game by storm, if you will.
So that is going to be a penalty on Kevin Sherwood. Once again, happy birthday to Miss Sherwood.
Say, not the birthday present he was trying to give to his mom.
No. Hopefully he got her something better as well. He's old enough to be making money at this point.
I think he was hoping for a goal tonight, not a penalty, but still plenty of game left.
So a roughing minor against Kevin. I like the name, as the pass will go over to the far point. T-Birds do keep it in. Some room in the slot for a quick shot that instantly deflects into the netting. Richard Ogborn got a lot of wood on that one, but equal to the challenge was Rudloff. As Paul Trentini gives me a salute. I salute you too, soldier. 5:43 to play in the first period. 1:46 in the penalty. Ogburn trying to shoot for some traffic. Doesn't get much. Circling it down low is Basil. Tips it back to Booth. Down low, some nice connections for the T-Birds. Looking for an open shot. Ogburn in the right circle. Puts it across, and a great sliding save for Rudloff. Gets it with the right leg. Hanley will come out, touch up. Booth, the first one back to it. Instantly pressured in his own zone. A nice spin move down low. Gets him the space he needed. Wheels up ice. Cutting off to the right. Now across the blue line. Taking this all the way. And eventually will shut down on the near half boards. But Villani says, I got you. Puts it back down low for Booth. In the left circle now. Trying to return it back to Villani. Walking a tightrope on the blue line. Gets it to Ogborn. Looking for room. Villani, again, right circle with room is shot, saved by Rudloff. 48 seconds left on the penalty to Sherwood as he's sweating right now as he sees his team is taking some heat. First power play unit will go off for the T-Birds. They'll bring in the secondary option to try to get their first goal of the season.
Kev, we're going to take a quick look at this save, as it was a great opportunity here. One seam pass across to Ogburn. He goes back the other way to Wagner, but Rudloff, post to post, making the stop.
That's an important momentum shifter right there for Rudloff. Now he's looking at less than half of the power play time left and could be thinking we're going to get out of this one just okay and get back onto that offensive end. Tigers clear it once more. Mason Petrie was a little too far away from that puck to play it before the Tigers got to it. Here come Connetquot again. Past the blue line, Jack alone. Nice drag move into the slot, looking for one more, but couldn't pull the string. Gazzardo will take it away, and he'll get some more kill going for his team. Gazzardo cutting across now. Maybe he has a lane, but not quite. Too many white jerseys around them as we're going to get another penalty. Exactly, Travis. The referee on the far side waiting for the touch-up. Caruso gets it, and he's not exactly happy because he's been sitting this entire time that the Tigers were on the penalty kill.
Yeah, and it looks like it's Devin Chrisman getting escorted to the box. A roughing call coming his way. So a power play coming up for the home side. The Connetquot Sayville T-Birds, their second opportunity in just a couple of short minutes here, Kevin. So couldn't capitalize that first time. Can they do it the second?
They got their top unit back out there as well. Villani will hold at the near point. Cycles down low, hits off the referee, so a little bit of an awkward play. Gazzardo will take it back and send it into the stands, so we'll go right back to his zone.
Souvenir for a lucky fan?
Or maybe he saw someone he didn't like in the T-Bird crowd, who knows?
It always reminds me of our good friend down in Florida, Eric Keplinger.
I miss him.
Eric, absolute gem, but...
Eric, we're thinking of you.
We are always...
If you're watching this, I don't know why. I mean, maybe you like Suffolk County High School hockey. I know I do.
He's a supporter of the network.
He absolutely is.
Our good friend Spencer Thompson reached out.
Oh, Spencer's a beauty. One of the best people I know. T-Birds trying to build the attack. Booth cutting across to the left, building speed. Caruso will match him. That's a great skating matchup right there. Booth with extra speed at his back will burn by everyone. Drops it off. Villani for a centering attempt. Just met a couple of Tigers who are eager to shut it down. Back to Booth. Pirouettes. Now build steam. Booth off to the right. Nice shimmy shake for him. Right circle now down low. Booth still holding on to it. Will get pressured. It was a good play from Owen Spardell to shut down one of the most dangerous players for the T-Birds. Could this be dangerous? Answer is no. Caruso was almost set free.
Great recovery there by Villani.
Here's something down low, 2-on-1. The slide pass never got there. Paul Wagner saw blood in his eyes for a second.
Maxime Sposato. What a defensive play right there. Absolutely just saved a grade A opportunity.
Villani strong on the puck, but wasn't able to get it forward to his team. Now does with a safe pair of hands. Ogburn trying to show off something on this power play. He had a nice cross-seam pass like Travis pointed out earlier, but this has been largely dominated by the Tigers. Here's Walter, turns it over. 15 seconds left in the power play now. The T-Birds with one final rush perchance. Booth in the left circle could not evade the nice work of Sposato, a second great defensive play. 1:45 remaining in the period. We're back to 5-on-5 for what feels like the first time in a while. Joshua King with an out pass taken by Kreisman and then returned back to the T-Birds. They cross the blue line and then are denied. Play develops in the neutral zone. Looks like the Tigers are going to get called offsides, and they will. 1:27 left. Trav, this has been a great game thus far.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't ask for a better first period here. I mean, nothing on the scoreboard still, but not for lack of opportunity for either side.
Definitely not.
Hanley and Rudloff doing their jobs. Both defenses playing phenomenal, locking things down inside the house, right in that slot area. Not giving up many grade A opportunities.
King takes a nice bump and then gets a return from Jessie Ogburn, standing up for her teammate. Shot from far out and they score. Carter Tomford makes something out of nothing, and it's 1-0 T-Birds.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. Nice play here by King. Dishing it across for Tom Ford, and definitely a screen in front. Might have even deflected on the way in. Nonetheless, Carter Tom Ford makes it 1-0 for the T-Birds.
Rudloff Definitely going to want that one back, or maybe some more help denying those screens out in front. But Travis, it's something we say a million times on a broadcast. How do you beat modern day goaltenders? You put screens out in front, you look for deflections and rebounds.
Josh King and Bennett King picking up the apples on the Carter-Tom Ford goal.
Sherwood will rifle it in. It's on net as well. Potentially covering up there was Hanley. Instead, plays it and allows Joshua King to try to clear. Instead, we have Caruso with another shot, and it's a breadbasket save, Travis? Is that the line you always use?
Yes, sir.
That's one of my favorites. That's a Travis-ism.
I think we have a lot of those. I don't know about them. You guys do.
Well, we do spend quite a bit of time listening to you. I'm sure Paul knows them all by now.
Paul Trentini, the legend himself.
Paulie Panasonic.
He always has good apparel on, I will say that.
He's a good dresser, this Paul guy.
His Wimbledon quarter zip.
Caruso on the face-up, plays it back, quick shot, will be saved by Hanley on the glove. Stays alive and clears the zone with 30 seconds left. Still 1-0 for the T-Birds. Tigers play it ahead. Alex Barilski shuts down the momentum, taps it ahead to Booth. He can't shake free of Caruso. Going in, 1-on-4. Caruso makes 2 fall. Absorbs a hit from another one, still on the puck, now down to the corner. Tries to put it out in front. The sliding centering feed was played the length of the ice, and now we have the end of the first period. After 15, it's 1-0 for the T-Birds, and we'll be right back after a quick break. And we are back for the second period. A quick shot for Caruso. That almost found the back of the net. Again, just so dangerous. Travis was talking about how he controls the pace of play. Right there, he wanted to go quick, and that was a scoring opportunity, at least for him. T-Birds are nursing this 1-0 lead, though. So it's going to be important for them to lock it down on the defensive end. And anytime they see number 40 on the ice, deny him any opportunity. Villani, back four behind his own net, instantly pressured, puts it out to the left wing side, and it will result in a turnover. Battles for it back. Jack alone, that's a turnover. Down low, Tigers with an opportunity, but the save will be made by Hanley.
That's a good stop right there by Hanley, kicking out that left pad.
Supporting him are a couple of his defensive teammates. Still not finding a clear just yet. The Tigers off to a nice shift. Here's Caruso to the high slot. Caruso looking for a window, puts one on net. is turned away by Hanley, but not exactly the most comfortable in the world. T-Birds finally with a chance to break out, and Jack alone will get it past the blue line. Owen Spardell drops it off. Sposato for Caruso. Caruso, the maestro, coming in. Puts that out in front. A tap shot will go behind the net. Ends up with control for the T-Birds, and here's Booth. Stretch pass ahead, won't reach his man. Does keep it in the zone for now, and here are the Tigers with a little bit of wind at their backs. Owen Spardell takes it to the far side, dumps it in. It travels all the way around the boards. Trying to pinch in to hold was Sereno. Booth comes back to the offensive end. Booth out in front looking for a hero play. Couldn't get the shot off. T-Birds on a second chance opportunity, and it will be swallowed up.
Great chance right there. Aggressive drive to the net by Logan Booth. Just could not stay upright as he was trying to stuff it in on the far side. But a good start to this period for the T-Birds as they look to expand their lead.
Booth will try to continue that momentum, taking the face-off from the left circle. Has King lining up behind him. Instead, it will be won by the Tigers. Kevin Sherwood quickly onto it. Sherwood flips it, gets it ahead to a teammate, and the Tigers will clear. Patrick Schmidt almost first into a turnover. Gets it back to Kevin. Now Schmidt takes a whack. King gets the better to Booth. Now the far side for some space. This is Ogborn, takes a shot, rattles off, back to Booth. Just seemingly everywhere for the T-Birds anytime he's out on the ice. Walter has a little bit of time to build some speed. Walter carrying in on the backhand. Could drive the net here, instead drops down low, puts it out in front, and it's a tap-home score. Walter doing the heavy lifting, and it's 1-1. Travis, that was so quick from Walter. I didn't even see who was able to tap it in right there. That's why we got the instant replay.
Yeah, great speed by Jose Walter, driving it wide, and he dished it out front for Patrick Schmidt. And Schmidt tucks it home. Flagpole Selly, arms in the air. He's fired up, his first of this season, and we're tied up at 1.
So a fresh game with 12 minutes left in the second period.
And these two had very close battles last season as well, the Tigers and the T-Birds. So absolutely anticipating a close contest the rest of the way. We were anticipating a close contest before the opening puck drop of this one.
That's what we always hope for as well. Stretch pass, not exactly going the way the T-Birds want it. Instead, it's Owen Spardell back for it. Does turn it over. A quick shot, saved. Now Caruso, can he clear?
Great chance by Gavin Bicel there.
Still in the offensive end for the T-Birds. It's Bicel down low, picks it up. Pressured by two different Tigers, Caruso forces the turnover and his team can head north. Caruso is open for a pass, gets it in the slot, fans on the shot. Bicel back for it, but can't clear. Oh, yes he can. Puck was fanned on a little bit by Justin Morrissey.
Yeah.
Morrissey, excuse me.
Yeah, Morrissey just popped through his skates there.
Bicel ahead. King looking for a weak shot. Could have been a pass off the pads potentially to Ogborn, but couldn't find a good scoring opportunity off of it. More shots will rattle off the back glass. Villani on his backhand, tied up by Morrissey. Good play from him. That allows Caruso to take over. Caruso, head down. Looks up, no one near him. Caruso trying to pull a thread, but he's pushed off his line, and Hanley will cover up for a pause with 10:23 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, Caruso was just trying to dangle through the middle there, and he would have been better suited just continuing to use his speed. I know it was the end of his shift, but would have been better suited just trying to use his speed, continuing to burn wide. He was on his strong side, forehand side, so I would have liked to see him try to stay in line with that circle and fire a shot on goal there.
Good things happen when you put pucks on net. Saw that yesterday in a developmental game where a puck bounced off the end boards, bounced off the top of the net, bounced off the goaltender's back, and dribbled in.
Yeah, it was one of the most insane goals I've ever seen in I've been around this game. I'm 28 years old, probably at least 25 years, and I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
I haven't either, Travis, and I don't think I will ever again.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Tigers, maybe they could do it on this shift. 10 minutes left in the second period. Does clear the zone. Rudloff coming out for it. Booth could pressure him. Booth thought to play the pass. If he played the puck there, he might have had a turnover. Tigers with Walter. Got the assist on the goal. Walter, a shot down low, not going to best Hanley.
I like the shot, and I like the rebound control from Hanley on that one.
Travis, that's another point we were talking about yesterday. The rebound control for so many of these varsity goaltenders to know to either cover it up entirely or steer it off to the boards. It's textbook.
100%.
Caruso winding up for a shot this time. Hits off the near side of the net. Onto it quickly is Booth, trying to swipe it out, but doesn't. Has some backup from his teammates. It's Villani, the big body, then taking some contact from Walter in the neutral zone.
Yeah, Walter just got the angle perfect there, and now odd man rush.
Schmidt has the goal. Out in front, never got to Caruso. Ogborn, a great defensive play. Stretch pass does create a turnover. Walter to Caruso. Can he get there first? Trash that. That was Schmidt down low. Now Walter with a shot. Comes to the high slot. Tigers with momentum. They score. It's Kevin Sherwood. Happy birthday, Mom. As we take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network, this is going to come up high. Paul Trentini over here to look at his camera work. You're spot on, Paul. You got Sherwood shot in there, hits the back of the net.
Great shot from the point from Sherwood again. The Tigers doing a good job, Kevin, of generating traffic there in front of Hanley. And a 2-1 lead now for Northport, with both goals coming in this period just about 4 minutes apart.
Some great momentum for them as they continue that, instantly bringing the puck into the offensive end. Some options available at the far point. Kevin Sherwood is one of them. Taps it down low just to keep the puck alive in the offensive end. Never mind when a defenseman does that. Again, puck's on net. That's ultimately what you think about. Sherwood pinches in again. Puck is loose in the corner. Joshua King uncontested. Spins it around for Jack Alone. At the near half wall, will flip it out. Beisel could have played that potentially. Now will instead harass Colin Jackson. Make that Owen Spardell actually into a turnover. Tigers, can they find a third in a short time?
It's a good stick check there from Carter Tom Ford, the goal scorer for the T-Birds.
Jack Alone across. A shot goes high over the bar. Carries around the glass. Tom Ford trying to hold it in, but too much speed generated by these Tigers. 7:30 left in the period. That means we're halfway through this game. Still close, despite the fact that the last two have belonged to Northport. It's still a one-goal game.
I can't believe we're at the halfway point of this game already.
I know, it's been flying
like
by.
Buzzing by, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's been a really good game, and I know not everybody loves low-scoring matchups, but
I do.
A hockey fan, I love this kind of game because it shows you the kind of chess match that hockey can be at times, and the battle that's going on between these two teams. It's a game that's shaping up to come down to the very last shift, Kevin.
Travis, I'm going to throw you back. A couple playoffs ago in the NHL, the Battle of Alberta. In the first game, I think it ended up going like 9-8 the final score.
Yeah, I do. I remember what you're talking about.
That was a barn burner, but I don't know if it was as entertaining as this game, as a big rebound comes into the slot. I think low-scoring games are where hockey should be played. It's with the fundamentals that both of these teams have showed so far, and in the early season, that's a great mark for a team.
Like I said, it makes you appreciate the chess match that hockey can be. These two teams exemplifying that here tonight. You can see the effort is certainly torqued up at full pace.
Morrissey could get an assist off the play. Puck comes back out in front again, and a diving Hanley does keep it out. to the far side now, and Jesse Ogborn will clear. 2-on-1 developing. This could be a pass or a shot. They think shoot, but instead it's Rudloff with another save.
Yeah, Bicel was trying to get to the far pad, but a solid defensive play from Morrissey gave him no angle, so he was forced to shoot that one short side.
Justin Morrissey. I believe, Travis, this is his first varsity game. Am I wrong about that?
I believe so.
So regardless, for Justin Morrissey showing up when he needs it, he's been getting more ice time as the game has extended and also had a good offensive look. So Caruso will take back over. Again, just one of the smoothest skaters on the ice. Good pressure from Jesse Ogborn. She's been showing off her strength this game with a couple of nice hits that have generated momentum for her team. Schmidt not able to keep it there. A shot goes on net, and Hanley will make the save.
Yeah, good attempt right there for Jordan Arominer. But Hanley out to the top of the blue paint, challenging the shooter, taking away the angle as best as he can. And he makes a nice stop there to get the whistle for his team.
5:33 to play in the second period. 2-1 still the score. Northport with both of these strikes in the second period. The T-Birds work it up on the near side.
They got numbers here.
Potential chance. The pass out in front was shut down. Another good play from Kevin Sherwood, who scored the most recent goal. Allows his team to turn up ice. This is Walter, an assist in the game for Walter. On the backhand, plays a shot, and he scores. Walter with 2 points on the night, gives his team a nice cushion. It's 3-1 Tigers.
And that was a beauty right there, Kevin. I'm going to take another look at this one. And this is just pure individual effort, speed, the word I love, pace, and just getting pucks on net. Maybe not the best angle, not a lot of power on the shot. Maybe, you know, that's a Sidney Crosby-esque backhand right there, just over that low pad. And puts it into that bottom corner. 3 straight goals here for the Tigers, all in this period. And Jose Walter gets his second point of the night.
Sometimes precision is better than power, and Walter showed that off on that play. Now the T-Birds trailing the first multi-goal lead for either side. Now some mathematician at home is saying, well, of course, Kevin, it's the first multi-goal lead for either side. The way the math worked out, it would have to be. Actually, I don't even know if that's right. I should stop trying to do math on air. I don't know why I do this to myself.
Kevin, you just continue to tongue twist yourself, my man.
Again, I'm a journalism student. Math is not my strong suit. T-Birds back in their own defensive end. Because originally I was like, all right, well, it has to be a multi-goal lead, but it could have been 2-0 initially for Northport. It wasn't, but it could have been. Back in his own defensive end is Jackalone, stripped away by Caruso. He'll have time to come on to the puck and pick it off the boards. Caruso still alone, looking for an angle, and accidentally hits his own man out in front. Tigers will hold it alive just for a moment. T-Birds are able to get the clear. That's thanks to Joshua King. He also has an assist on the game. Tom Ford racing back, looking to shut down the angle. Some pushing and shoving right now between King and an adversary. I think King's going to get called for a penalty here. It might be a 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, it looks like both are going here.
So it should be offsetting penalties. We stay 5-on-5.
Yeah, it'll be King for T-Birds. Looks like Sereno. Yeah, indeed, Sereno for Northport Huntington. So, as you said, Kevin, we'll stay at 5-on-5. Exactly 4 minutes remaining here in the middle period. And it's been a big second here for Northport Huntington.
So the Tigers looking if they can triple up on the period. Kreisman will start from the draw, puts it back to the near point. A quick shot from Spardell will go wide, not held in. It actually goes out of play into the bench over at the Tigers' side. Tigers making sure they give it back to the referees, and we'll do it again this time from the left face-off circle. .353 left in the second period now. Tigers do get control. Kreisman looking for options. Not a lot of space for him, excuse me.
Spardell doing a good job of just making sure he's wide open at the point there.
I've noticed the Tigers have done that a lot throughout this game as another puck almost goes out of play. Spardell has to have a safe pair of hands and does. He could have accidentally allowed a 2-on-0 right there, Travis.
Yeah, definitely. And just circling back, I think that has to be more of a focus here for the Tigers, especially when they're in the offensive zone setting up, is working that puck from low to high, continuing to draw the T-Birds defenders, sucking them down into the middle of the ice, and creating those opportunities up top at the points for the defensemen. When you're able to work the puck low to high like that, it really spreads out the offensive zone and generates more offensive chances.
And eventually you go low to high enough from low to either point, you might see something open up in front of the net, Travis, and those are the hardest shots for a goalie to save.
Well, especially when you see the wingers dropping down the way that they are a lot here for the T-Birds in the defensive zone. That should be the green light that as soon as I walk out of the corner, I got to be looking up top to the defenseman and then busting tail out to the front of the net to try to screen the tendy.
Nice old school hip check there from Kevin Sherwood onto Logan Booth. Held alive from Villani. Spin move for himself, evasive. Villani, a tap pass, almost centered, and now cleared by Caruso. Oh, he overskated that one, actually. So a little bit of life for the T-Birds in this shift.
Yeah, definitely going to want to try to capitalize here.
No, it's going to be another clear. Rudloff putting it down. Should go for an icing. Referees will enforce it.
Bowden just celebrating because I think he just proved to himself and everybody else that watch out for him. If there's an empty net, he's got the muscle to go for it.
The day I see a goalie goal in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League is the day my life will peak.
That's on the bucket list. I want to be able to call a goalie goal.
That would be fantastic. Didn't the Penguins get 2 in like 1 week last year?
I think it was in their AHL and NHL. They did, in the organization, something like that, yes.
Booth getting tied up, slammed into the glass. He'll fall down and draw a penalty. Good job from one of the best players on the T-Birds to set his team up with an opportunity to respond in this second period.
He's definitely been on the worst end of the physical part of this game tonight. But he's drawn a couple of penalties here now for the T-Birds. It's going to be all about getting that offense going and getting a puck past Bowden Rudloff here in this period. It was, again, Rudloff only gave up that goal in the first period to the T-Birds, and it was late. It was a screen in front of him. He's been perfect here in this second period.
Bicel into the draw, has Wagner to back him up, but neither of them are able to hold on to the puck. Instead, it's Walter racing forward. Remember, he already has 2 points on the night, could try to make it third, and that would be a backbreaker for the T-Birds. Stretch pass, reaches Bicel in the left circle, puts it out in front. A little bit more time, and Villani would have been there for a tap-in shot.
And that was a great stretch by Bicel.
Bicel, a turnover again down low, generates a shot there. Now it's Villani's turn, takes it, and he scores. $1:50 left in the period, 3-2 the score, and it's a power play goal for the T-Birds.
And that's a massive goal right there for Connetquot Sayville, just hounding the puck. It all started with Bicel down low, gets it again. The shot generates a rebound, clearing attempt right to Villani. He goes skate to stick. Stick handles past one, and the low shot blocker side. Villani sellies hard, and he deserves it. A big goal on the power play to make it 3-2.
Gotta love it when your defenseman can mix it up down low on the power play, Travis. Dumped in now for the Tigers. Instantly onto it is Walter, trying to shove it out in front of the net. It's caught around the apron, and I do believe Hanley covers up for another pause. The whistle will freeze the clock at 1:35 in the second period.
Kevin, I said it right before that power play started. It would be massive for the T-Birds if they can get a goal before the end of the period, and that power play certainly helped. Now it's going to be a big one. Don't let the Tigers respond before the end of the period, as they're looking to take momentum back here.
A lot of hockey players are superstitious about the 3-1 lead because it doesn't feel as safe as you would think. Caruso trying to prove those superstitions wrong with a high rising shot. I believe that hit off the outside of the goal. He takes it back, looks for a pass, open in the slot now for another attempt. That got saved by Hanley.
That was a big pad stop right there. He's tracking the puck well tonight.
Caruso, again, his shot, again shut down, net off its moorings. Again, we take a break at 1:05, 3-2 the score.
Yeah, I want to say that one actually hit off the outside of the net, and the net came off as Hanley was kicking his leg out there. But again, Caruso buzzing all over the sheet, still not on the scoreboard tonight. T-Birds have done a nice job shutting him down, but in response, the Tigers' depth has responded very nicely, capitalizing and helping with a 3-2 lead here over Connetquot Sayville late in the second period.
Caruso on the draw, gets it off. Walter playing it around. The long driving shot from Spardell goes wide. Now Spardell pinches to keep it there. Hits off the skate of Walter for Spardell, knocks it with his stick. Now Petrie onto it. Mason Petrie.
Final minute of the second period here too. Very important how this last 40 seconds goes for both these teams.
T-Birds trying to say they're going to end it with a little bit of offense. 30 seconds left now on the clock. Puck does get pinched at the far side. Players trying to dig it out. It's the Tigers that take over. More specifically, Caruso. Caruso through traffic looking for a nutmeg. Doesn't find that one. 20 seconds left in the period. Still enough time for an attack. Here's Wagner going wide, cutting across with some speed on the backhand. Wraps down low. His centering bid intercepted. Caruso with 5 seconds. It would be hard for him to do anything here. Does shake free. Caruso, 2 seconds now. One, can't get the shot off, and will go to the third with almost an even game. 3-2 the score. A big second period from the Tigers. We're back for the final 15 here on the LI Sports Network. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by the mayor of Long Island Hockey, Travis Quigley, the notorious Paulie Panasonic, as well as the lovely Gabe Takuri, the patriotic Sam Musnick, and the wonderful and new Magnus Healy. Travis, we got a hell of a game on our hand.
It's been great so far. A quick icing to start things off going against the T-Birds. Now can the Tigers go and capitalize, get a early goal here in this final frame and restore that 2-goal advantage that they held back in the second period?
Anything possible, it feels like, as Kreisman will go in for the face-off against Bicel. Kreisman does push it left of the goal, almost gets out in front. T-Birds still whacking at it. Kreisman will chase after below the goal line. Pinched up by Mason Petrie. Bicel works away with the puck, tap pass forward. T-Birds with 3 breaking across the line. It's a defenseman and Villani joining the rush. Looks like right now Villani's actually playing a little bit of forward, Travis.
I think he's just trying to join the play and get some offense going here for his team.
Oh, it is Jesse Ogborn as the third forward on that line. Smart play from her to make sure she's back as Villani pinches in.
100%. That's a great call there, Kevin.
Tigers do take it back. A dump-in play should be swallowed up by Joshua King. There is no icing call. King pulls up on his skates and shakes free. Now has room for a pass to Jesse. She touches the puck, sweeps it ahead forward to Booth, taps back for her. Jesse into the slot, takes it right back after giving it away. Battles for it on the blue line. The other Ogborn, of course, being Richard. Booth shimmies up the glass. Booth in all alone, does have one out in front. It's Richard, could pass, instead thinks shot, ramps off a stick, goes wide. Could be
a big block by Sposato there.
That's a painful one. There's some times where I look at these blocks from these players, especially when it's down low in the ankles, Travis, where you're going to wake up with a couple of bruises.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Great angle on Booth here in the neutral zone. Forced him to cut back and then dump it in. He had nothing as he was trying to wheel into the zone with some speed.
Held alive by Borilski. He turns it over. Past the blue line now for the Tigers. A little bit of momentum at their backs. Remember, they gave up the most recent goal, but scored 3 in the second to generate the lead. A pass out in front, could have been a shot from the slot. A rebound out in front, and they score. Back to the 2-goal lead, just like Travis said could happen. And all of a sudden, the T-Birds have to dig deep now.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it happened. Maybe we'll be able to see on the replay here, but Hanley was sprawled out. He was stuck on his belly.
That's exactly what I was looking at.
And I think what happened, oh yeah, you see what happened. He just lost his edge as he was pushing out to the top of the blue paint. So unfortunate there for Riley, as again, he was just trying to get out to the top of his crease to face the shot from the point. And blew a tire, allowed Arometer to scoop the puck, catch the pass right in front. And all he had to do was just a small stick handle around Hanley and put it into the open cage.
Arometer will be more than happy with that. A little confusion about who's on the ice for the Tigers right now. So going into the faceoff is Sereno. He'll tap out and let Walter go. And of course you see number 40, Caruso, who is most definitely a forward, starting at the defensive position. But it doesn't matter as the puck is live. Caruso down low, puts it out in front of his own net. Caruso, very brave right there. Or maybe it's the confidence in his skating.
Certainly dangerous right there.
Caruso still with some speed, takes a shot. The save will be made by Hanley. Gets a quick whistle to help him out as well.
Yeah, I think that could be good for the T-Birds just to kind of slow things down, reset a little bit here.
We have the mysterious Brady Campbell and Ryan Brannigan joining us on this side for a second. Ryan Brannigan wearing his Howie hat.
They're 2 games down, 1 to go over on the south side tonight.
They're feeling good, that's for sure. Caruso, another quick one off the draw. Hanley equal to the challenge. Ryan Brannigan always has a very well-kept beard. That's what I'll say. Got to put him on camera more. Caruso to the right circle draw now. He's been out there for a while in this third period. Shouldn't be much of a surprise. Has the engine to match it. Caruso, another face-off win, drags the puck back to load up for a shot. Instead dances towards the blue line. A one-timer. wide left. The rebound never reached net front. Tigers looking for a cycle. Instead, it's intercepted by the T-Birds and played out by Villani. His momentum halted, gets into the attack again. Villani picks it up at the goal line, dives down low. Backhand pass belongs to Walter now. He'll play it for his defensive partner. Owen Spardell, can he juke out a couple of these T-Birds players? Does get the pass off. A 2-on-2 as they skate forward. A snapshot blocker save.
I like the shot from Sereno there.
Again, Sereno, the old adage, get pucks on net, good things will happen. Villani, again, he already scored a goal. Ogborn, another blaster, hits right into Caruso, doesn't seem too phased. Puck out in front, Bicel with the goalie off his mark. Bicel, a backhander, couldn't get it to deflect in off the pads.
Good initial save and then recovery from Bowden Rudloff.
Caruso losing his handle by a bit. Allows Jesse to skate this one out, sweeps it ahead, straight into the waiting arms of Kevin Sherwood. He'll give it to the Maestro once more. Caruso, past the blue line, long range shot, sets up a deflection opportunity. Logan Booth, fancy moves just to collect the puck.
Yeah, good spin right there. Now he's got a lot of speed.
Booth, shimmies. Booth still with it, plays it along the boards. Could take it back himself and does. Gets it to King in space. King, a shot, blocker save. Rebound out in front. Wagner couldn't get it on goal. It's down low. Gazzardo just trying to allow his team to clear right now. Gets it past the blue line into the waiting arms of Booth. Back pass to King. King banks it ahead. Intercepted. This is Kreisman with the puck. Couldn't elude Joshua King. Kevin Sherwood will just dump it in, allow his team to make a partial change. T-Birds got to keep an eye on the clock right now. 9:48, they're down by 2 scores.
Yeah, I was just about to say, a little over 5 minutes played here in this third period, Kev. So definitely, I'm sure the T-Birds is going to look to push for some more offense, maybe take a little bit more risk as this clock continues to dwindle down.
Tom Ford was able to get it in there, but now it belongs to the Tigers. Booth on a long shift right now, trying to take advantage of the opportunity of specifically Caruso being off the ice. Pad save does sit in the slot for a second. Tigers do generate another shot off of it. Neither of them besting Hanley.
Doing a good job tonight. We keep saying it about these goalies, their rebound control doing very, very good.
Joshua King with an expletive after he wasn't able to clear the zone. Now a stretch pass. Oh, Booth just barely not able to hold on to that one. Still will get to it first. Has a temporary 3-on-2, but he's leveled by Kevin Sherwood.
That's a great play by Sherwood. Numbers coming down on him and had to, really only option was to play the body there, and he did so cleanly.
Petrie to Wagner for a shot, and Rudloff the save. We'll get a quick pause with 8:38 to play in the third period. 4-2 the score. Travis, it's also been a little bit since we've seen a power play from either side. The most recent one coming for the T-Birds. That was their most recent goal.
Yeah, and I think special teams has certainly been a big factor in tonight's game. I mean, it was a very tight game. It's been a tight game all throughout.
Petrie looking for a tip out in front, never came through.
Just to finish that point, Kevin, I think it'll be important if we see another penalty or not tonight.
Absolutely, as Petrie takes a blast, this time wide left of the cage. Down low is Owen Spardell. Spardell, he's been a great defensive presence so far for the Tigers. I'm sure they'll be relying heavily on him in the closing minutes of the game.
Certainly. And Walter has definitely been a spark plug for these Tigers offensively here tonight.
Walter so quick, tenacious to the puck as well. Sposato ahead to Walter, looking to return it to Sposato. Collects on his forehand, has a man down low, instead shoots high. Ends up hitting around the glass. Held alive by now by Caruso.
That was a beautiful give and go on the zone entry between Sposato and Walter.
It's pretty much how you draw it up in practice. King will get a clear, just barely past Owen Spardell. Skates backward in his zone now, pressured by Jesse Ogburn.
Over half the period gone, Kevin. Time definitely dwindling here for the T-Birds. They're going to want to get that goal to make it 4-3 ASAP.
Yeah.
So that way they have as much time and clock to work with to try to tie this game right back up.
Especially pulling your goaltender down 1 score versus 2 scores feels entirely different.
Absolutely, and I wouldn't be opposed to seeing our first overtime of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League season.
It would give me a chance to explain the rules, Travis.
You've been waiting to. Maybe these guys will, guys and girls out on the ice will help you out.
I would give them a thanks. Villani needs the offense he was generating earlier. Gets down to the goal line and then is pried free from the puck. Tigers do get it clear, but it's given back to Joshua King. Swings it to the far side and dumped in by Sell, the first one to it, quickly pressuring Morrissey.
You see the T-Birds going for that dump and chase philosophy, but they got to get more pressure on the puck. 6:40 to go in this game. I want to see them outnumbering the Tigers every single chance they get.
Sherwood just barely not able to clear. We have a injured Tiger on the play as well, and we will get the whistle from the referee to make sure that he is okay. That's hard to see the number from this distance, Travis. My eyes might be going.
Looks like Luke Scheib.
So Scheib over to the bench. We'll get some changes out onto the ice and get things going with 6:25. Obviously, player safety, the #1 priority here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League.
Certainly.
Richard Ogburn taking the face off, does flutter on net. Rudloff with a blocker save. Petrie trying to hold it alive. Instead, it's played forward. Patrick Schmidt was almost set free into a breakaway. Quickly the return to Rudloff. Calm with the puck. Maybe misplaying it here. Still loose inside the blue paint. They both jab at it, and Sherwood clears the bodies. T-Birds keep it alive, sensing the danger of this play. Barilski, a blast from the blue line, is shut down and cleared. Will go for an icing, so a little bit for the T-Birds to retain.
And that was extremely dangerous right there, Kevin. You saw it seemed like Rudloff wanted to send it long, and then kind of picked his head up, so he didn't really have any options. Went to go cover it, and then once he went to go cover it, by that point it was getting poked off his stick, and just chaos ensued right outside the crease.
Believe Rudloff's heart probably reached his feet for a second there, but it's all good because the T-Birds weren't able to capitalize on it, at least not yet. Off the draw, Booth tries to hit it with his skate, but instead it's Walter, so explosive on these plays. Pulls up, Walter now to the slot, not able to hold on to it.
It's a good back check from Booth. Again, I mentioned it earlier, he's a player that plays 200 feet, he's all over the ice.
Booth trying to get to that 200-foot mark. Couldn't get there fast enough, and it's clear. Caruso slicing through the team right now. Caruso, a shot, he scores. Makes it a 5-2 game and breaks the sheet for himself. Caruso, a little bit of late game magic.
And a 3-goal lead now for Northport Huntington. That could be a massive goal in securing the first win of the season for the Tigers. You see Caruso, a lot of speed moving east to west, gets a lane to fire, and he's able to beat Hanley through the 5-hole. Again, 5-2 now, 3-goal advantage for Northport Huntington, and the T-Birds gonna elect to utilize their timeout here, Kevin.
About as good as time as you're gonna get at this point, down by 3 scores with only 5:18 to play.
And I don't mind the timeout call here from the T-Bird coaching staff. I think it's the right time. Obviously, you never really want to be calling timeouts after you give up a goal. But yes. I think for how much time's left on the clock, and now being down by 3, this was the right time to do it, as you need as much time left on the clock here to instill that confidence and belief back in your team that you can battle back and tie this game up and still secure a victory.
Another way to look at it is you don't get to carry your timeouts into the next game. You either use it or you lose it. So you might not get a better opportunity than right now to use that timeout.
And the other way I look at it as well is the Tigers also, it was a little bit back and forth, but the Tigers can use that goal to gain some momentum and really turn the tide in their favor the rest of the way. That timeout slows things down a little bit and doesn't allow the Northport Huntington Tigers to grasp and hold on to that momentum in the same way as if we would have gone right to center ice for the faceoff.
100%. Isel on the draw. Gets it to the near glass. Kreisman eludes Bicel. Forward past the Sposato. Now past the blue line for the Tigers. Still looking like they're holding on to that momentum. Villani shoves a man away from the puck, and Barilski comes to claim it.
I think Villani now has officially moved up to forward, Kevin.
Bicel looking for a shot, just goes wide left of that far post. We have an empty net as well already for the T-Birds. So this is a crapshoot for the Tigers if they can get control. Mason Petrie has to be careful. Almost gives it away in the middle and does. An empty net goal. And now it is 6-2, a 4-score lead.
And you got to try it if you're the T-Birds, right? Down by 3. You want to have the extra skater out there, try to create whatever advantage you can, but the turnover at center ice, and no problem there for Sereno. Just absolutely ices this one. Puts it right into the center of the net. 6-2 game now, and the Tigers look like they're going to cruise to their first victory of the season.
Absolutely. Feeling comfortable about the victory now. We're sweating a little bit with the T-Birds taking an early 1-0 lead and then making it a 1-goal game coming into the third period as well. But all of those question marks were answered for the Tigers. And all they got to do is kill the next 4-14. Wagner trying to say something about it. On the backhand right now, has an open man at the blue line. Feeds King. King, a quick shot, tipped out in front, but still saved by Rudloff. Tigers just trying to kill the time on offense as opposed to defense. Caruso maybe coordinating another play or two as he dives down below the goal line. Looking for a backhand feed to Walter. Belongs to Booth now. Here comes Logan. Pushed off his line. Takes the puck back, though. Looks to flip it in front. Some trickery from Booth won't fool the Tigers just yet. Booth with it again. Pushed down towards the ice. No call from the referees. Richard Ogborn with the puck. Feeds it across. Here's Booth. Right circle. Angle not presenting itself. Barilski has King. Instead shoots. Tipped in front, and they score. That should
beautiful.
That should be Paul Wagner with a goal. He's a big target out in front of the net and showing a little bit of skills with his stick as well.
I'm going to show you what he did with his stick right here. As soon as we fire up this replay, thank you, Magnus. And you see the puck comes around the weak side wall up to the point, and a great job here by Barilski and Wagner. Using the stick as a ramp. You saw it right there, just turned his blade enough, allowed the puck to ramp up his stick, changes the angle on Rudloff just enough, and it's a 6-3 hockey game.
So the T-Birds showing that they can find offense from awkward angles as well. Again, talked about this last game, talked about it pretty much every game so far, Travis. First game you play is not going to be the same as the last game you play, and anything that you can show early on in the season is something that you're going to be able to do late in the season. So the fact that the T-Birds are generating any offense, even down by 4, it's a positive sign. And maybe the next time they play the Tigers, they won't be down by 4 at any point.
Well, I think the important thing to take away from that, too, is it could have been very easy for the players on that T-Bird bench to just wave the white flag and throw in the towel after that empty net was scored. But they haven't. They come back out, to that ensuing face-off. They chip the puck in deep. They get to work offensively on the forecheck. They get the puck. They work it around low to high, as I talked about in the second period, and they find a way to get pucks through and beat Rudloff. You look over at their bench right now. Sorry, Kev.
Turn out in front. It's going to be another shot. Shut down for now. Loose in the blue paint. And sitting on top of it is Hanley.
Great stop by Hanley right there. But what I was going to say, Kevin, you take a look at the T-Bird bench right now. There's nobody sitting. Everyone's still standing. Everyone is still engaged and invested in this contest. And that says a lot to me. That speaks volumes to me. It would be very easy for a team to be down 3-4 goals late in the third period and everyone to be sitting there just ready for the final buzzer to go off and get back in the locker room and take the gear off. But these T-Birds are still, as I said, engaged and invested in this game. And no matter how much time is left, it seems like they're still going to be fighting until the end. And that's what you want to see if you're a coach, if you're a fan.
Gotta love that buy-in if you're a coach. Quick scoring update. It was Bennett King on the tip, not number 89, Paul Wagner. Number 88, Bennett King. Assist still stands with Borilski. Speaking of Borilski, here he is with the puck. Feeds it across ice. Approaching 2 minutes left to play in the third period. Again, it was a big second period that really propelled the Tigers towards this supposed win. Obviously still have to survive the next 2 minutes. Caruso from a sharp angle. Now ends up with the T-Birds as they dump in. Still dumping, still tracing, Travis.
Yeah, it's definitely part of the philosophy here for these T-Birds. And like I said, it's for them, it's just a matter of hounding that puck, making sure that that's the route they're going to go. They're outnumbering the Tigers on every opportunity.
Villani turning back to defense. He'll look to race past Caruso. Instead, his pass is tipped by Walter, resetting his momentum. Bicel on the stretch has Caruso hounding him. Bicel out in front, couldn't get the backhand to go 5-hole. Booth holds in, spin move. Booth, left circle. Empty net again for the T-Birds. They're still trying for a tie game. Bicel looking for the interception. Caruso couldn't get the shot off. Wagner out there, giving it back to Booth as, like Travis said, we're into the last minute. Out in front, a quick jab shot. Rebound still there, and what a save from Rudloff. Has the puck in front and is wagging it in front of Wagner.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at that because that was 3 saves in a row right there for Bowden. I mean, good job, as we said, empty net here in the final minute. It comes off the outside. There's one. A nice move. There's 2, and then a third. That last poke from Wagner, Rudloff able to get his glove over it, stretching out completely, taking away the lower half of the net.
Booth back to Villani, actually make it Richard Ogburn. Now Wagner for a try. Bicel down low. Gives it back. Wagner, centering feed, is taken away by the Tigers and pitched past the blue line. Joshua King still not giving up, finds Wagner. He puts it in deep. Kevin Sherwood will instead allow his goaltender Rudloff to spin it to the boards. Tigers just looking for one last clear with 15 seconds left on the clock. They still hold on to this 3-goal lead, and it looks like it will be enough. Villani in the slot, one last shot, bounces around, and he scores. So quick, the puck in and out, but it's still a 6-4 game, Travis, and we'll get a quick replay of that.
We will, and we know, yeah, I mean, it's day one. We're not thinking about it yet, but we know at the end of the season, goal differential can definitely be a factor. So that's a big one right there at the end of this game. 6 seconds to go, Villani. And he was given the middle lane to take. He walked it off the wall right into the high slot, entered the house, and said thank you to the Tigers. Beats Rudloff low to make it 6-4.
A second empty net goal for the T-Birds does close up the goal differential by a little bit. Like Travis said, that can be impactful at the end of the year, but as it stands, it will be Northport going 1-0 in their first matchup. Connetquot Sayville 0-1, but with a lot of life. And with that, on behalf of myself, Kevin Broderick, Travis Quigley, Paul Trentini, Gabe Takuri, Sam Musnick as well.
Big 6-4 win here, Kev, and one more varsity matchup tonight.
One more varsity matchup tonight.
East Islip Middle Country coming up next, so definitely stick with us. Wednesday night hockey, one more game to go.
As well as Magnus Healy. And with that, we will kick it over to the next game. Thank you so much for watching.